So this week's been really busy. We had a lot going on, a lot of stuff happening. But hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Go ahead and get joined into the channel. Follow along with our journey. We got to work on the race car a little bit. Took the old small block Chevrolet, honed it out, got this cylinder good. Did some maintenance on the race car. Got that stinky burn-up transmission fluid out of there. Got some new fluid in it. And we also worked on putting some mounts on the front of the car. Actually, this mount was already there, but that's where we're going to put some front-end weight to try to get the wheelies in check. And we also got some pretty cool Landrum springs. Now, I'm going to have another video coming out later this week talking about the rear end stuff, talking about the springs. But these are springs are 50-pound weight, and they actually got a chart in there with them. That is pretty cool. So if y'all been following it along, we bought this Corvette a couple years ago. Chase just turned 16, and he got all the tint off the windows. What a pain in the butt that was, but he did a great job on it. Now, work week is over. It's finally Friday. We don't get to do many date nights, but we had a date night, Durham. We went to the Carolina Theater and got to see Postmodern Jukebox. What a thrill that was. That was really fun. Me and Kelly went. She lets me go racing a ton, and I love it when we're able to do this. This theater was built in 1926. It's almost 100 years in. Check it out. So with Chase showing some interest in driving the Corvette some, I got to get it running its best. So today we get out there early this morning and start messing with the TPS settings. Not running great, but we got this running better. We got some work to do. There'll be another video coming out on this a little bit later on how to set your TPS sensor. Wait a minute, this doesn't look like North Carolina. Well, you're right. This is not Raleigh. This is Myrtle Beach. Once a year, we decide we're going to go eat crab legs, and that's this weekend. Here's Legendary House of Blues with Alligator Adventure in North Myrtle Beach. Awesome stuff to do down here. It is really a tourist trap now. And guess what? We're tourists. We don't live here. We come once or twice a year. Being only a 2.5 to 3 hour drive each way, this is often just a day trip, and that's what it is this time. So here's the world famous Broadway at the beach. It's right across the street from our favorite eating place ever. And we're going there right now for the early bird special, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, $46.99. But as we were crossing the street, pulling in the parking lot, saw this gentleman in this beautiful 57 Bel Air sitting beside the road. So I decided I was going to go across the street, see if I could help him. Being a gearhead, knowing how to diagnose stuff, sometimes it's just the right thing to do. It's always the right thing to do. If you know something and you can help somebody, go help them. So I introduced myself, told him I know a little bit about cars, and asked him what did he think the problem was. He's owned the car about a year. It is a resto mod. It is a really, really nice piece. Stick around in the video. You're going to see a little bit more of it. He said he thinks the fuel pump went out on it. And so I got him to hop in there. I was like, turn it on. Let's see if we can hear the fuel pump. Sure enough, he was right. The fuel pump did not come on. So we started investigating, started looking for fuses, found the fuse panel. Fuse panel was in the original location, had the bus fuses. And sure enough, the fuse for the fuel pump was blown, and he did not have one. But luckily, he lives right around the corner, and I know how to hotwire stuff, and I made it work, and we got him back to his house. Me and Brad followed him back to his house, and our goal was to get him off the side of the road, check the car out, see if there was something that was going to be very easy or if it was going to be more complicated. So we got the old fuse out, got him the fuse. He was going to go to the parts store, get the fuses, and then we were going to come back after dinner. But check this thing out. It is amazing. And now that we got this gentleman safely home, it's time to eat. That's right. I said it's time to eat. Let's eat. This is Captain George's. It's across from Broadway at the beach. If you've never been, it's the best seafood out there. Hands down, this place is massive. I bet it seats 1,000 people. But the biggest thing, they've got crab legs on the buffet. Crab legs. You heard me right. It is insane. It's expensive, but where can you get all-you-can-eat crab legs for $46.99 if you get there early? If you get there late, it's $49.99. You need to go check it out. Now this is pretty funny. Earlier in the day, my buddy Keith, that won the Street Racing Channel Mustang, sent me a text and said the Mustang is falling apart. And he wasn't kidding. Told him not to worry, easy fix. It happens all the time. Take it off. I'll pick it up on the way back from the beach. After an amazing dinner, we head right back to Fred's house to see if he had any luck finding the fuse. And he did. So let's get to work putting this thing back together.
Or you already got one?
These guys saved me.
Yes.
Big time.
Well, Turbo John did.
They love racing, love cars.
How beautiful. Man, it is super clean.
I got unlucky and lucky in the same day.
That's the way it happens, isn't it?
And he's got the oval. You can see all the videos I've taken, but it's Turbo John on YouTube. Type in go on YouTube and type in Turbo John and it'll pull his channel up. Barking?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me take your a picture with your phone, so I can show you something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, and I've got an extra.
The connection was a little bit loose, and so the wire is burnt. So I don't know if that means, it could mean that the pump is pulling too much amperage and about to go out, or it could mean that it was just loose. So that's why I just tightened the plug
I did put some electrical tape
On that, yeah.
on the barrels.
Yep.
Yeah. But they made my day twice over, so have at it, guy.
So this is the connections. See how it's hot?
Yeah.
That's the one that blew. That fuse
Okay.
right there.
So I'll recognize it because it's got that little
It's got the burn spot.
on it.
Now,
The guys that I have work on this are really good. I was
Okay.
impressed.
are they local?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I would just swing it back by there to them.
Yeah.
But crank it up again. Let's just make sure it still works now.
Yeah,
Ain't it nice?
It is so nice.
I like it.
It's absolutely
Would you like to say that?
Saying it's pretty.
Oh my gosh. It's
Look, if you go, Brad, you're gonna have to get her you're gonna get her a '57
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Yeah. No.
No.
If we're gonna spend that money, it'll be a race car.
This one.
John, right?
Yeah, John.
I'm gonna look you up on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out.
Get a picture of this handshake.
Yep.
My buddy.
That's right.
We're at the right spot at the right
Oh
time.
man. You don't know.
What was that?
2 hours ago, it would have
I
been
said
cheaper.
2 hours ago, this would have been real cheap.
That's right. That's right. Been a,
Yeah, that's beautiful. All right. All right, let's cruise down the Strand. This is where we used to come all the time when we were young. Cruising was hot in Myrtle Beach. So cruising the Strand, let's go find a spot on the beach, find a public access, and go see what the beach is looking like today. Kelly, how's the water? Wow, it is cold. It is chilly. It's August. Although the temperature outside is pretty nice. Myrtle Beach. All right, the walk on the beach was amazing. So now back to Broadway. We're gonna walk around Broadway. Check out these power boats. These things are really cool. Had fun at the beach. This was always fun. We do it once a year, a day or 2 days or 3 days. Let's head back after this. Good morning, guys. This is now Sunday. We made it back from the beach. My buddy that won the street racing channel Mustang, he's been playing with that thing, and the wastegate fell off of it. That's right, the wastegate fell off. It happens. It's a race car. It's just one of those things. So on the way back last night, we stopped and picked up the pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and weld that, and then we're going down to his place. We're going to his house tonight. Going to give y'all an update on what he's been doing with that car. We're going to go out there and make some street wheelie attempts. But we'll see how this works out. Check it out. So this is Billy the Kid. This is the Mustang that those guys done, Street Racing Channel. This was I don't remember which kit this was, but basically you can see the wastegate just fell off, and it happens. Think about it. There's a lot of pressure, and I've had it happen a lot of times on mine. But there's a lot of pressure. This thing is sitting here like this. Motion Raceworks now makes a flange that makes it a lot better, but that's not what we got here. Now here's something that's going to be an issue. This looks like it's got some type of ceramic coating or something on it. So basically I've got to take my side grinder and we got to get all that ceramic coating. You cannot weld through that, but it just pops back on just like a puzzle piece. Obviously we'll weld up all the little cracks, drill some holes in those, and we're going to snap this thing back on there. It's crazy how sensitive these things are. But the Motion Racework flanges, they have a lot more overlap. And he's probably going to order one at some point. I actually need to put something on mine too. But we'll get this back on for the time being, and it'll definitely work for now. Shoo-wee. Well, that did not weld at all very good. Contamination in the pipes, of course. Contamination on the outside with this stuff. But it is stuck on there. I did go back over to the top piece here, trying to get a little bit more weld there. But man, got all the cracks welded up. It is ugly. But it'll work for now. It'll be all right. I did not have a piece to put a piece of support in there. So at some point, you might have to take it and get somebody to do a support. So here we go. All right, boys, we just got over here to Keith's. Keith, why are you tearing up the Mustang? I don't understand what's happening here.
I'm learning that every time you drive one of these cars, something will break.
It is a
or there's a chance that it could break.
It is a never-ending project. So he took it off. He took it to Cruising Cars and Coffee yesterday, and was cruising back, and said he heard ding 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 ding.
Got real loud,
and that was the wastegate falling off. So we got that welded up. Like I said, don't look great, but it is what it is. So he's going to shove this back on. The other thing we're going to work with, we're going to work on today, which this is all we were planning on doing today. Notice how he did he took the slicks off of it and put a 275 radial on it, and it scrubs a little bit. So we're actually going to probably move the rear end over just a tad. It's just a little bit over this way, but not much. But remember, when you look down the side there, it's not much. It's just a little bit. It's going to scrub regardless. But we're going to move it over just a tad. But what we're going to do today is I got them to order a UPR rear coilover kit. Now I've never put one of these on, but we got to get the ride height up. We got to get the ride height up so that it can not scrub, unless, I mean, the other option, Keith, is to let me roll this thing, let me roll it.
more.
Yeah, but it just flares it out. He ain't a fan of that idea.
Thinking about doing that.
We might have to at some point. It's got these Kaiser wheels on it. The offset is exactly what it should be on this. We can play with the offset a little bit. He's got another set of centers, but you don't have much room on the inside. So I'll show you. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start installing this. Let's jack this thing up and see what we got. Hang on. We got the hot side back on. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. I think, Keith, what kit did you say this was? A pony down?
Pony down.
Pony down kit that Billy and those guys modified to put the T6 flange on. So they done a really good job on that one. Luckily from up here, you can't really see my crappy welds, so that's okay. So now we're moving on to the back. Let me show you what we're doing back here, what we're dealing with. So like I was saying, we are going to slide the rear end over just a little bit. It's pretty easy. The way that works is your upper control arms. Let's show you. So the upper control arms up there is what dictates the centerness of the rear end. And so basically, this one goes toward the passenger side, the other one goes to the driver's side, and that is, since we need it to drive, we need it to pull over to the driver's side just a little bit. It's pretty nice under here, Keith.
Yeah, it's nice. They
So-
did a good job welding it up, and they put this is a Team Z kit.
Okay, so we're gonna put the coilovers back here on the back. I was hoping they were gonna give us more clearance back here, but they actually may not. They may not give us more clearance. We got to get it raised up though. The ride height is the
Be
problem.
able to fit those bigger slits back on here if we're gonna run it at the track, because these things right here will tear stuff up.
Which means we're gonna have to jack it up like a 4-wheel drive.
Not that high.
And we can't do it on this because this is not adjustable. The other option, instead of putting the coils around these, was to take and put a regular coilover on it or buy a lower control arm that has a jacker in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Team Z kit.
Team-
The anti-roll.
Mm-hmm.
They put that on, welded the rear end.
Nice. All right, hang on. All right, guys, well, we're making some progress over here. We have successfully did the bars. The upper control arm made this one on this side just a little bit longer, no, a little bit shorter, sorry. And the one on the other side just a little longer. Did one turn, so that should have moved it over just a little bit. So taking the shock off of it now, and then we'll start putting this thing on. This is a strange 10-way shock. So Keith has looked at the instructions. We basically got to cut this piece of plastic off here at the top, and then that'll give us the room to do the coilover thing. All right, so Keith is not cutting himself, and literally that piece of plastic just comes right off. He's already got this one off. And so now, if you look right here, there's a weld right there, and then a weld right there. We gotta cut those welds off. And then that big piece of steel right there at the top is just going to come off. And then once we get that off, we'll almost be ready to put this thing back together. And this kit is universal, and it comes with a bunch of O-rings, and it's actually a pretty cool design. Basically, this goes down over here, and that's what stops. So that's how you make it a coilover. And it's got different O-rings based on the size of your shock body, and that just makes it stable down in the bottom so it don't rock. Then you've got this that will go on the top up here. And we got 10-inch, 150-pound springs. These are Viking springs. And yeah, so it's going to be a coilover. This is how you do a rear coilover. And then it comes with extra brackets. These are heavier duty in the back because, of course, now the shock is supporting the weight of the vehicle. So you got to have a little bit stronger bolts there than just what was factory. So we took the side grinder and ground those welds. We cut it right there in the middle. And you just kind of shake it back and forth. You got to be very careful not to mess the shaft up. Ta-da!
There you go.
So just that easy. So yeah, so we just go in there and clean that up. We need to keep this one on there though. So we need this top piece right here, but we got to get those welds off. All right, so just like that, these are done. We got these. Let's see if we can focus. There you go. Got that cleaned up, so that's pretty good. So now let's put the body on it, get the O-ring on it, and get the bottom on it. Show you. All right, so here's the sleeves. So in each end, there's a spot right there, and at the opposite end, on this side, there's a spot for an O-ring down on there. And that's a tight fit, but if it, if something moves or something has any issues, I mean, once it gets all the way down there, yeah, that's pretty cool. Neat. It's all the way down? Easy enough. Yeah. Look, all the way down, no problem. And now that should be snug, like, because the O-ring keeps it. Yeah, that doesn't move at all. Perfect. Now the other thing they don't provide with this kit, but you can get it, is the thrust bearings. That's these things right here. Thrust bearings and washers. Basically, you put the washer on first, then you put the thrust bearing and then another washer, and this just makes it a little easier when you are adjusting that spring. Now the other thing you have to do to make sure is you don't ever adjust coilovers with tension on it. So anytime you adjust coilovers, the rear end needs to be hanging. Same thing with the front. If you're adjusting front coilovers, the front has to be dropped. So you have to have the body of the car up. If you try to adjust it, those are only aluminum threads. If you try to adjust it with pressure on it, it will not work, and it 100% will kill your threads. Ask me how I know.
That's all it takes.
All right, so Keith has got the new bracket on. Basically, the top has got a bolt now. New bracket comes all together. Bigger bolt in the bottom, I think. And the top, where it just has like a piece that on the factory one that just kind of went in there to hold its space. Now it's got 2 bolts. So we've already set this up. Let's put it in there, see what kind of clearance we got. All right, guys, check it out. So gonna put the tires on it. The UPR coilovers on the back. I'd say that wasn't too easy or too difficult. Not too easy, too difficult.
It wasn't too easy, but it wasn't too difficult.
It wasn't bad. Looks like there's pretty good room in there. Well-designed kit. So let's see. I mean, we're just trying to jack up the back of the car. So right now I've got it. The pressure that is on it is basically that is fully hanging, and we've got 2 rounds of preload in it. Of course, it's got this little Allen back here that you snug down. Don't over tighten that because that messes with the threads, but you just don't want it to move. Which on a street car you might should do it, but on a race car I never tighten mine. I never lock those down. And some of them are actually instead of metal, they'll put plastic. That may be plastic. I can't tell. All right, boys, we are done. Wasn't too bad. It does not look super bad. It raised up. We didn't actually measure. Did you ever measure the ride height back here in the back, Keith?
No, it was just sitting on the tire, so I never really had to measure it. It's always on the tire.
It's always on the tire. So we basically 150-pound springs in the back. They're 10 inches, and it with no spring preload. Essentially, it goes from fully drooped to that ride height right there. And it's got probably an inch there. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's, you know, obviously I can get one finger in there pretty easy. Obviously it would look better if it was down low, but that's just not possible. These are 10-inch wheels with a 6.5 back spacing. These are Kaisers. Actually, they don't look bad though. It's got some rake to it. I mean, that's not terrible.
I really think it's going to settle down a little bit, man.
And we can drop it down in the back some if we want to. We can get it. But the key thing is just got to get it to stop killing the tires.
We got to be able to put a 28-inch slick on it.
Right.
To be able to take it to the track, and there was no way possible to do that.
Not with it so low. I mean, Billy was nice and skinny, so Billy was slender, so he didn't make it squat as much as me and Keith.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so we got it squared up in the housing. If you look now, it is definitely not offset. It is dead in the middle. I went too far to start with, and so we ended up. I moved it a little too far this way, and so then we went back. It was only a half a round off, so it wasn't bad. All right, so the sun's out. It's kind of wet, but Keith's going to go take it for a drive and see what it looks like. Hang on, I'm going to try to get some rolling shots. All right, boys. So last stop for this video, we're over here at Brannon's. Brannon, how are you?
I'm good.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I'm grinding this car in this dust.
So last time we was over here, the Hemi don't look no different. If y'all remember, he's going Hemi. He hasn't decided what to do with that. We thought the cage was in pretty good shape, but yeah, let me go show you real fast what he just cut out. Hang on. Oh wow. All right, guys. So we're over here. This is a look at the cage that he cut out. It didn't look quite that bad in the car, but wow. I'm probably going to say it's a good thing you decided to cut it out.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, this is very difficult to weld, but I mean, we thought it was welded, and I mean, look at that bar. That one right there had no penetration. There was a couple of them that you said you grabbed and they just pulled apart.
that's one of them. That's the one I snatched off the floor.
That was the down bar.
Yeah, I pulled that off the floor without trying.
Wow. Yeah, I could tell that, like, some of them were, like, that one right there is probably a good weld.
You can tell two different people welded.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And it looks like, honestly, like, some of the, like, that right there is probably, that looks like flux core. I couldn't really even see that. I guarantee you that's flux core, the way that's got that stuff on it.
This is now my practice metal.
Yeah, well.
Might as well leave it there.
Yeah, so he's been working in here, and that was the down bar. I don't think that made much contact with that. There's a couple of spots. I mean, wow. So what's the plan now? What's the deal with the chassis wise?
So I've got to order the stuff from 10 Soldiers. Yeah, the 4-link kit and all that, because even if I went back with factory style suspension, it's got to be redone. So why not just go 4-link and be done with it?
So the game now is to put a 4-link in it. Uncle Mike is going to back half it.
Yeah, he's gonna back half it and put the cage in it and put more bars in it.
Redo all of this stuff, and I think y'all decided it is going to be mild steel, and it's going to be like a 25.5. It's going to have like funny car cage and stuff, but it's going to be a 25.5 mild steel car. And he's made a lot of work on the inside of the car. This looks good. Front of the car is mostly done. I think last time when we were over here last time, I think you were just putting the K-member on it.
Yeah, we just welded those in there.
Yep, so the K-member racecraft front suspension, all that stuff is done. Now check this out too. This is pretty cool. These are Ion front struts. He's out of, where's he out? Is he out of Fayetteville or?
He's out of, I think, Parkton or
Okay.
I forget the exact address, but great guy. He's got great customer service. He's helped me after hours and like told me what to do, and he's gonna go through the settings with me when we're closer to. Then we're going to change springs if need be. There are 175s in there now, so if we need to go lighter or heavier or whatever.
It is definitely jacked up in the front. So Ion, he's a fairly new company, but he is, go Brannon. Brannon been working out. Wow, you just picked that up pretty good. It's pretty light, ain't it? John, I think John, is his name John? John Mellon?
Yeah, John.
Yeah, he used to work over at Mincer. He worked for with Mark Mincer, and he split out and did his own thing. So he's been in the shop business for a long time. So he's
No way you have these all over your car.
I told you, right? I told you, magnets you cannot replace. Wow, this thing is ready to do some wheelies as it is. So Brannon is making good progress. You're almost actually to a stopping point then.
Yeah, this front end's hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, you spent a lot of money in the front end.
Yeah.
I mean, between the struts and the racecraft front suspension. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at that. I forgot about that. The brakes.
I've ordered longer
TBM
studs.
brakes.
I've ordered longer studs until I decide to change wheels again. So.
Oh yeah, those wheels look familiar. Those look pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty fast.
Those wheels have been very fast. So they have been really fast. So he did have to put a little spacer behind here because apparently, I guess something with those spindles and those brakes, and this set of wheels with the back spacing, they were barely touching. You said you got one to clear, but one would not clear.
I seated the bearings really hard and loosened it back up, but this one just wasn't clear.
So I mean, that's all. There's nothing wrong with having to run a little spacer on it. When later on, if you get a different set of wheels with a different set of back spacing, because that's why they fit perfect on mine with my TBM brakes. So the only thing that's different that we know of is the spindles, those racecraft spindles, and we talked a little bit about nothing ever fits.
Oh yeah,
That is race car life.
And you
It
follow
just
the directions, and it's like, well, this is wrong.
yeah, it's just race car life. I mean, race car life. You know you work on it and it fits to the point, but it's all custom. No matter what it is, it seems like. So, you know, and it just is what it is. So you just have to make it work with what you got. Man, that looks good. Those TBM brakes look freaking phenomenal. They roll really good. Pick up that front end and let me roll it. See if they got any, see how much rolling resistance they got. None. Look at here. Look. He's just beating up the whole thing. That's pretty funny.
I got it aligned pretty good for the
Yeah, I was
tires
gonna say
going
that.
straight.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Mainly it's these right here that straighten the wheels out.
Yeah, man, that looks good. This thing is going to be pretty nice. Still going with a Hemi though. It's a Hemi. It's got a Hemi
For now.
for right now.
Yeah.
Shoot, by the time he gets done and the money he gets tied up in this thing, he might have a real Hemi,
Yeah,
like a new one. I mean, an old one.
Yeah, somebody needs to win the lottery to get one of those.
It's funny. All right, well, cool guys. Well, this is going to wrap it up. Let me know how y'all like this video. This is a multi-day video with lots of things like through the last week. Let me know what you think. Go check them out. Appreciate it, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. See you.